The single most dangerous fitness trend from the 90s is coming back, and fast. So what is it? Why is it back? And what can we do about it? Heroin chic and other extreme thin ideals are extraordinarily damaging, encouraging men and women to dangerously low levels of body fat, all for the sake of profit, seem to be a dying practice. The rise of body neutrality and body positivity seem to be setting society on the right course. But so skinny that we can see your cheekbones is back and stronger than ever. Over the past year or so, you may have noticed your favourite influencers moving away from their bulkier, muscular, likely healthier bodies towards the extreme skinny. This is especially prevalent among female influencers, where feeds used to encourage men and women to get stronger and bigger. We now see them significantly shifted towards pushing the thin ideal once again. But why is it back? So let me ask you a question. If you relied on an audience for a living, how far would you be willing to go? Would you take performance-enhancing drugs? If the only way to put food on your plate was to exploit and knowingly harm your admirers and fans, the people that look up to you, would you do it? Most people think that they wouldn't, but most people are probably wrong. If you were in the situation of choosing between keeping your job or hurting some people you've never met, you're kidding yourself if you don't think twice. Just look at the imbalance in quantity between celebrities like Alan Richardson and Mike Israetel, who are open about the use of their PEDs, and the hundreds who allegedly use them, but deny it. The bottom line is that it's really costly to be open about PEDs. You have to look like someone who's pumped gear like a madman, but you have to steadfastly deny it. But when you think about PEDs, you're probably imagining things like steroids or blood doping, which stimulate muscle growth or directly improve athletic performance. But that's not the only PED around, and it's not the one that I want to talk about today. Anabolic PEDs have been around forever, so what's changed? Well, there's a new kid on the block, Semaglutide. For a while it's been very, very easy to get bigger than anybody could ever dream of doing naturally, using widely available and pretty easy to access steroids. But now Semaglutide has created a whole new market of PEDs. Ozempic and WeGovy are the two most common brand names of a drug called Semaglutide. It can be used to help treat diabetes, and it can be used as a weight loss drug. It affects your appetite by changing the way that your brain produces and reacts to certain hormones. Basically, it makes you lose weight by reducing your appetite, causing you to eat less. And it doesn't have many side effects, and it's pretty easy, but it's prohibitively expensive. I want to be clear at this point. This is a miracle drug for those who need it. And I cannot overstate how much of an impact it could have in treating the current obesity epidemic, as well as other diseases. But today I want to talk about a small but highly problematic minority of these users. The availability of this drug led to a bunch of celebrities and influencers misusing the drug, as it's only for use in diagnosed heavy or diabetic people at the moment, in order to become ultra skinny. And this is allowing us to usher in a whole new era of heroin chic. Celebrities pushing this aesthetic were incredibly damaging before they had performance-enhancing drugs, because that's what they're using these as, to achieve even more extreme results. There's a reason they need these drugs to look the way that they do now. It's because it's very hard, impossibly hard, dangerously hard even. And setting that as a standard is incredibly dangerous. We all know the statistics about how much this sort of behaviour affects especially the young, and reaching new extremes can only be a bad thing. I am primarily interested, as I mentioned earlier, in the social effects relating to body image, which seem clear, obvious and well discussed. But I also want to briefly mention another serious impact of this misuse. Those misusing the drug give it a bad rep, and discourage those who might need it and could actually benefit from it from seeking the medical help they need to get better. Well, what do we do about it? Logically, removing the incentive to look like an extreme seems a great place to start, but it quickly becomes quite messy. Ultimately though, the issue is financial, and if we can take the money away from it, people will stop doing it. We need to let these celebrities, these influencers, these big companies know that it's profitable to behave. Outrage and suffering don't cut into profit margins like boycotts do. For influencers and celebrities, you can provide a monetary incentive by unfollowing, unsubscribing, or whatever the appropriate action is. Maybe leave a polite comment explaining your choice. With enough movement, we'll give enough of an incentive to force a change. But will this work? Maybe. But it depends on how many people get on board and how much money we can take out of the pockets of those promoting these extreme body shapes. Personally, I think clarity is a minimum standard that arguably could be regulated for. That's all for today. Watch another video if you like, or don't. Maybe leave a comment if you have something to say, something to add. Or don't, up to you. There will be a video here, there, or maybe there, that you can click on if you'd like.